stop the assumption. We assume a lot. A lot of people out there, you are not sure, you don't know the reason behind his or her actions, why he or she said this or said that. Why not ask the person? What you say to someone actually matters, and how you go about saying it to the person is even more important. It can go a long way to affect their next step of action, which may be positive or negative, maybe to themselves or to you. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, my name is Dr. Jane Vivian. I talk about health and relationship issues. So if this is something that interests you, please stay tuned to this channel, subscribe, so you get notified each time we make a new video for you. Let's talk more about how to communicate effectively. A lot of people out there just speak whatever they feel that comes from their mind, not minding or caring how it affects the other person. This can be in marriage, in relationship, in your day-to-day daily activity, maybe at your workplace or any other place you meet and interact with people. The first point I want to note here is always be clear with what you want to say, either to your partner, to your spouse, to your boyfriend, to your girlfriend, or your colleagues, maybe at your workplace. Be clear and concise. Be focused and use straightforward terms. Do not relax and say things halfway, assuming the other person or your partner is supposed to understand what you mean, or the other person is supposed to read what is in your mind. Say exactly what you want and how you want it to help the person understand by hearing what you have said and knowing if it's something he or she is agreeing to or not. So, in essence, be clear with your words. Say your words how you want them to be and how you want the other person to understand it. Secondly, have and build your ability to listen. Listen to your spouse when he's talking. Listen to your friends when they are talking. Listen to your colleagues when they are speaking. Don't always be in a hurry to interrupt, because interrupting the person will make he or she forget what they want to say. Interrupting the person can also make you not understand clearly the information the other partner is trying to put out to you. So always listen carefully. Allow the person to finish what he or she is saying. Then you can go ahead to ask your questions or make your own input, either on the positive or negative, either to accept, confirm, or to counter whatever he or she has said. So always calm down and listen to the person. Allow them to finish before you continue. Another important factor here is using facial expressions and gestures. This also can provide some sort of information or message to the person you're trying to communicate to. Just like blinking an eye, using your hands to say no, 1, 2, shaking or nodding your head in affirmation or shaking your head in disagreement. These types can also help you communicate effectively to the person, maintaining good eye contact and also having a good body language. Another thing to note is your voice, the tone of your voice when you are talking to someone. The tone of your voice when you're talking to your boyfriend, when you're talking to your lover, when you're talking to your spouse, your husband, your wife, your colleagues. How do you project the message? The tone of your voice really matters. How you project this message, the tone of your voice when you're passing this message, is really, really key. Just for example, Well, anyway, if you say so, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm truly sorry. I never knew my actions offended you. Please forgive me. I'll try not to do them again. I'm so sorry. Forgive me, please. You can see from that example, the two are not the same. They are both apologizing, yes. This one said, I'm sorry. The other person said, I'm sorry. But which would you go for? Definitely, you know the answer, which you would go for. So, learn to communicate effectively and also observe the tone of your voice. Don't just use any tone to talk to somebody because it can go a long way to make them misunderstand you. If you don't use the right tone for the right message, the other person may misunderstand you and react in a way you may not like. In addition to that, always be empathetic and positive. Avoid negativity. Avoid the blame game. Avoid looking for ways to defend yourself. Always be positive. Whether you are the offender, whether you are the accuser, always try to put yourself in the person's shoe. Put yourself in your partner's shoe. Put yourself in your wife's shoe. Listen to her complaint. Listen to his complaint. Put yourself in their shoe and say, if I am the one, she did this too. If I am the one, he did this too. How will I feel? If I do this to you, how would you feel? If you do this to me, how would I feel? When you put yourself in the person's shoe, it will go a long way to help you to understand what this person is feeling and the angle this person is coming from. Don't always be negative and don't always be defensive. Put yourself in their shoe and it will help you to understand what they are talking about. Always ask these questions, no matter how irrelevant it seems to be. It will go a long way to put you both on track. It will go a long way to save you wrong judgments. Another important factor on this note, on this topic, is do not assume. Please stop the assumption. We assume a lot. A lot of people out there, you are not sure, you don't know the reason behind his or her actions, why he or she said this or said that. Why not ask the person? Why not ask him? Why not ask her, why did you do this? Oh, baby, why did you? I realized you are trying to do this, or I realized you said this or said that. Why? Then hear from the person. Do not assume because your assumption may be wrong. You may be wrong. The reason you think he or she did what they did may not actually be their reason. So hearing from them will save you a whole lot. Hearing from them will save you both misunderstanding. Hearing from them will help you not to judge her or judge him wrongly. And also, learn to accept your responsibilities. Learn to accept your offenses. Learn to take up to your responsibilities. Do not always look for how to push your wrongs, your offense, or defend yourself and paint the other person as a wrongdoer while you are the right person. No. If you are wrong, accept that you are wrong and apologize. It will go a long way to save you both lingering and long duration of misunderstanding, having issues because he is the one that offended me, I am the one that offended her, and no one wants to agree they have offended. The lady is complaining, the man is complaining. Nobody wants to accept to be the offender. And you both will keep dragging issues, but right deep in your mind, you know you offended this person. Be you the man, be you the lady. Just go ahead, accept your offense, and apologize to the person, and you both move on. As simple as that. It may seem difficult, but it's absolutely nothing. It will take nothing away from you. Oh, I'm truly sorry. I'm sincerely sorry. Please forgive me. I never knew it will hurt you. I never knew you will get offended by my actions. I never knew I did it the wrong way. I'm sincerely sorry. I'm truly sorry. And definitely the other person will understand and forgive. And you both move on with your life happily. You deserve a happier life. Why stressing yourself? Why dragging issues that are not necessary? Come on, you can do more than that. Why stressing yourself unnecessarily? Come on, you deserve a happier life. And you can do it. Yes, you can do it. On a final note, please always follow up on your discussions. Please always follow up on your conversation. Irrespective of who it is, we are all human and we have a lot going on in our head at all times. With your spouse, with your boyfriend, fiancé, even your colleagues, with your husband, with your wife. Always follow up with like phone calls on what you have discussed. This will enable the other partner to understand how much you value your communication, how much you value your relationship, how much you value your togetherness. Follow up, ask them questions about the same thing you have discussed to confirm their reassurance, their agreement or disagreement to it. Yes, it is very important. Hey baby, yesterday you said you are okay with me going to the mall by the weekend, right? And he says yes. Or he will say no. Did I? Really? No. Well, I think we may be having, or he may change his mind. He may say, not really. I'm thinking we may have to reschedule. So, following up with the same discussion over the phone give you some sort of reassurance and reconfirmation over your previous discussion. And it will also serve as a kind of reminder to the person over again in case he or she have forgotten or he or she have been carried away with some other issues. So your calls about the same discussion can go a long way to help him or her to recollect and reconfirm what you both have discussed. Applying these key tips will go a long way to strengthen your communication bond with your partner, your husband, your wife, or your boyfriend, or whoever you are in a relationship with. It will go a long way to improve your communication bond. So do well to make use of these key tips to improve your life daily so that you have a happier life because you deserve to be happy. A happy and a healthy life is worth more than millions. Until I see you again in my next one, please stay safe.